We've checked out a lot of SCPs on this channel, but today's is a little bit different. Today's SCP traps you with food, friendship, and fake fulfillment until you have no idea that you are clinically obese. And by then, it's too late.
A young woman steps onto her bathroom scale. She holds her breath and squeezes her eyes shut, afraid to see the results
been there before,
as she
right,
listens
guys?
to the dial spinning. When it slows to a stop, she opens her eyes and
like
looks
a
down.
documentary.
She balks at the
240?
result. 150 pounds.
That ain't
Okay.
bad.
Unacceptable in her eyes.
It's below the
She
average.
steps off the
She's
scale
about
and
20
examines
pounds
her
heavier than
reflection
me.
in the full-length
Not
mirror.
bad.
In truth, her weight is far from out of control. But when she looks at
She could
herself,
use
she
a little
can't help
sun,
but
am
see
I
Those
right,
flaws.
guys?
eyebrows could use some trimming,
The
but other
subtle
than
ring
that,
of pudge around her middle, the way her butt sticks out just a little too far
Hey,
for her
yo.
liking, the very faint thickness around her cheeks and chin that hint at her history of snacking. As she leaves the bathroom, she reflects on her situation. Of course she's gaining weight. How could it be any other way? For the last 2 years, she's been in lockdown during a pandemic, and she's barely left her apartment. She let her gym
This is
membership
sounding
lapse,
eerily
and instead of
familiar.
cycling to work, she's instead taking the
What do you mean it's sounding eerily familiar? What do you mean by that?
During the pandemic, I ate lots of pizza, I ate PB&Js. I would even sometimes try to do Pop-Tart eating challenges where I would try to eat them in under 60 seconds.
wait, Jack, that wasn't you. That was Alec.
Oh.
Wait, that was not you
Really?
at all.
Really? You're gonna expose me like that?
I'm not
You
doing
guys
no
are really gonna
Alec hate
expose me
today,
like
but
that?
No, I did it too, I swear.
My fastest time, by the way, in eating a pack of Pop-Tarts, so 2 of them, was 1 minute and 2 seconds. I never actually broke it.
Can confirm. I have the footage. If you want me to release it, let's get 40,000 likes.
No water.
he
no
tried.
water.
He tried for 2 months straight. That's every day. No Alec hate though. I'm not hating on Alec right now.
Maybe he was infected by this SCP.
the easy way out by just driving. And it's not like she gets much exercise in her free time either.
Why not?
During these last 2 years of isolation, she's mostly stayed in and watched television.
Sounds like
She's
Alec's
discovered
dream
a particular
girl.
love for trashy
love the
daytime talk
pandemic.
shows and court dramas. Intellectually, she knows that they're the equivalent of
Wendy's
junk food,
4 for
but at the same
4.
time, there is a certain mindless charm to them. She would be embarrassed to admit
Burgers
it
are
to
my
any of
favorite
her
food.
friends, but she does enjoy just turning
We
off
know.
her brain and absorbing some silly talk show about professional stunt dwarves or Satan-worshipping furry juggalos.
Say what?
That sort of entertainment has
What,
been
in
a
the
boon
Logan
to get
Paul?
her through the tough times. Nevertheless, it's time to make a change. She promises herself that she's going
Let's
to get
go.
into shape.
It's time to get
Today,
even
instead
bigger.
of vegging out on the couch, she's going to make an effort. She's going to go out and get some exercise, and she tells herself she's going to watch those extra pounds melt away right before her eyes. She hopes that her old gym clothes will still fit her. After all, she's definitely put on some extra weight since her last trip to
Oh,
the
wow.
gym. After rummaging through her drawers,
This is
she
me
finds what she's
January
looking
1st
for,
every
her
year.
spandex gym shorts and sports bra. She quickly changes her clothes and is relieved to see that, although they might be a little snugger than she would like, they still fit her pretty well.
Go ahead.
That's a good sign. She
Slay.
probably won't even have to work very hard to get herself down to
I
her
wonder
ideal
what this
weight.
SCP is gonna
It's all
be.
a matter of willpower,
It's
she
the
tells herself.
treadmill, Adam. It's
I was
terrifying.
fit before, so that means I should be able to do it again. All I have to do is avoid temptation. I'll just have to make sure I stay active instead of watching trash TV all day.
Alec, as a fellow man that has gone from big to absolutely ripped, what's your secret?
Because you've been absurdly obese.
That is not true.
Show me one picture of me being absurdly obese. I was never absurdly, like, could I have lost a couple of pounds? Sure. But like, absurdly obese, really? You're gonna say that on national TV in front of our friends and family?
Did you just say
You
national
were
TV?
you were big, and then you got ripped, and then you went back, and then you've gone back and forth. It's been a roller coaster. But how? Like, what's your secret?
I wouldn't say I was ever obese. Okay, but I guess my secret is you gotta just dial in and eat healthy. Eat a lot of chicken, eat a lot of eggs, eat like broccoli, rice. Yeah, I mean, look, that's a bad angle. And I also was I was pushing out there.
I think you look good there too.
This is like.
yeah.
No, wait. This wasn't even the obese one. Wait.
Yes, it is. That's
Oh,
like the
that's the
heaviest I've
after?
ever been, bro. That's the heaviest I've ever been, and these 2 guys are coming at me telling me I'm majorly overly obese. What are you talking about?
I was trying to get you to tell the people watching your secrets of how to become awesome.
We were trying to say you're ripped.
I don't know what Adam's doing.
What you gotta do is every morning you look at yourself in the mirror and you just be honest. You say, you are fat, and just do something about it. Go to the gym, get your steps in, eat healthy. Don't eat those cosmic brownies. Don't eat those Nutter Butters. Don't eat those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, because that's what I did all day growing up. And then I got to a point in my life where I hated myself.
So you're telling me there was no SCP, there was no tapeworm or anything?
Sorry, I just had to get that out. That was boiling up.
All right.
No, there was no tapeworm, nothing. I just locked in.
Ozempic.
I just locked the flip in, okay?
Good job.
And you guys can too.
This is unrelated, but I was scrolling through my camera and I just found a picture of Alec again. All right, let's keep
That's a
going.
good thumbnail. I was in that thumbnail.
No hate.
After all, I don't want to rot my brain too
Lost
much.
the weight.
On the first day, she actually does an admirable job of sticking to her plan. She cycles to work, enjoying the fresh
Let's go,
air and the
lady.
reassuring post-workout burn in her legs that let her
Let's
know that
go,
she's making
lady.
progress. She throws away all the junk food in her refrigerator and
ahead,
goes shopping
girl.
for healthy fruits and vegetables.
That's what I'm talking about.
And, most
Yes,
important
sir.
of all, she limits her television
Turn that
time.
off.
She knows
Okay,
that
I
trashy
don't know about
TV is
that.
probably her biggest addiction, even more than junk food, so she needs to be careful of that. On the second day, though, she notices something strange. She starts off with a simple, healthy breakfast, just some granola and a glass of juice. It's barely enough to satisfy her, but she knows that she has to make sacrifices if she expects to actually lose any weight. After breakfast, she decides to go out for a jog. As she's out on the street,
Where?
she's overcome with sudden hunger.
Oh, she's gonna eat
Of
something.
course, that's to be expected. She's on a diet now,
that's gonna
so
be
it's
the
going to take
SCP.
some
Yeah.
time to adjust to these smaller meals. She puts her hand to her rumbling
Is the
stomach and
SCP
grimaces.
just dieting?
She's
maybe it's
never
a
felt
pill.
It is
this hungry
terrifying.
before.
Comment down below
If
what
she
you guys
didn't
think
know
the
better,
SCP is.
she would think that she hadn't eaten for a week with the amount of pain that she's feeling. In fact, she's actually starting to feel a little woozy, and she has to lean against the
feel this
light
too,
post
Alec?
to keep from fainting.
The light post is
She
the
shakes her head
SCP.
to clear her thoughts. Okay,
Siren
she
head?
thinks. I must have misjudged how many calories I need to get me through a morning. Her eyes stray to a nearby coffee shop. She sighs in relief. She thinks to herself, I'll just pop in there and get myself a small snack, just a
Here
little
we go.
something to keep my blood sugar up. She walks into the cafe and gets in line. As she waits, she can't help but stare at the rows of pastries on display under the glass.
Oh,
They
God.
all
That's
look
it right there.
delicious, and she is really hungry. She
No,
fully
don't
intends
do
to
it.
only get a bagel with a little smear of cream cheese, but when she gets to the
That's not
counter,
enough!
she finds herself ordering way too much food.
Oh, we've all been there.
I'd like 2 scones, 3 danishes, and a bear claw,
Yeah!
she says. Also a large super
Yeah!
raspberry frappuccino with extra syrup and whipped cream. The words
Oh,
just
yeah!
tumble out of her mouth, almost as if it's not her saying them, but rather some other voice speaking through her mouth.
Pop off,
What the-
queen.
I didn't say that, she stammers. The clerk behind the counter eyes her strangely, and the young woman feels too embarrassed to protest
Oh,
further.
I remember now.
She steps aside and waits for her order, pondering the strange event that just happened. Is she possessed?
Wait, she already
She's
has
not
the
a
SCP?
superstitious person.
Let me tell you what happens, okay? When you get really, really hungry, sometimes the demons win. There's demons in your head that are like, order that pizza. Eat the whole entire large pizza pie. All by yourself. And so you do. You let it overwhelm you. You let it take your body and you eat the whole pizza all on your own. And then as soon as you take that last bite, you just feel a whole wave of disappointment, disapproval, and hatred to yourself. So this is why the moral of the story is win your battle, beat your demons, and do not eat entire pizzas on your own.
Unless you have an
I'll be right back,
SCP.
guys.
Oh,
I lose the battle every day.
where's it? I think we got Alec all riled up. I think he's gonna go eat a little chocolate cake.
2,000 years later.
Yep. Oh, I know. I see an empty pizza box.
All this pizza talk. It's getting me really hungry.
Wait, what just happened to the whole speech, Alec?
Shoot, who
What?
ate so much? Who ate this much pizza?
Adam, did you have some pizza?
Nope, not a slice.
I didn't have any pizza either.
It's just me and Alec in here.
It's chicken bacon ranch, guys.
All right, I'm gonna play the video.
Oh,
But
yeah,
she can't
that
think
looks
of any
really
other
good.
explanation for what just happened.
I'm so
She can
jealous.
admit to herself that she has broken down and lost to temptation over a tasty snack in the past, but this is ridiculous. Eventually, when the clerk hands her the order, she rationalizes the whole thing away. I must just be having a hunger hallucination, she says to herself. Obviously, I need to be a little more careful about not being so strict about my diet. I'm sure if I just eat sensibly, I won't have an experience like that again. Her stomach grumbles again, reminding her of the original reason why she stepped into this coffee shop. She retreats to a table in the corner and tears open the bag. She wolfs down her pastries with gusto and slurps at her rich, creamy drink. When she's finished, she sighs in
mukbang.
satisfaction, although the uncomfortable, full feeling in her belly reminds her of her predicament. She only meant to eat enough to keep her from fainting, but instead, she's eating herself silly, and it's only day 2 of the diet.
Oh,
This does
gosh.
not bode well.
Come on,
Okay,
Day
she tells
two?
herself. This is my last cheat. From now on, I'm gonna be serious about this diet.
She really
She
needs
stands
to
up
stop
and leaves the
eating those,
cafe,
seriously.
ready to complete the rest of her jog. But then, something even stranger happens. On the television, the matriarch of the family is furious. She has forbidden her daughter from marrying the gardener because she believes that he is too low class for her high-born daughter. But what she doesn't realize
She's
is
watching
that her
trash
daughter is
TV
in love
again.
and that she is
Yep, all
determined
the
to make it
addictions are
work.
coming back.
The daughter and the gardener have eloped, and the matriarch is hiring a private detective to track them down. Meanwhile,
we need to
the
know the plot of
matriarch's
this story?
long-lost twin brother, whom she thought died in a plane crash in the tropics, has actually been alive the entire time. He has been in a
Of
South
course he
American
has.
hospital recovering from amnesia. Who
cares? I
Now,
knew it.
He
I
returns
knew
to
it. I
the
was telling
family
you that,
estate,
Adam.
ready to claim his share of the inheritance. These events are all noted by the family's shady lawyer, who has big plans to usurp the
going
family
on?
fortune himself. Unbeknownst to
It's
the
a
family,
telenovela.
he is actually secretly working for their mortal enemies and business rivals to destroy them.
This is the
The
plot
young
of
woman
Batman.
laughs, shoving a handful of potato chips
No,
into her
what
mouth.
happened?
Oh man, I wouldn't want to be in there.
She
shoes
just,
now.
like,
teleported
That
here.
lawyer is playing them all like fiddles. Suddenly, she startles, as if she's just waking up.
It's got to be
Wait a
SCP.
second.
Wasn't she just in that coffee shop? How is
Hey.
it that she's at home?
Yeah, she was.
And why is she eating potato chips?
Okay, Adam, when this happens to your friend Alec, what do you usually do?
Wait, I'm gonna start using this as an excuse. Alec, you can use this too. You'll be like,
Stop!
You'll be like, wait, why is this pizza slice in my hand? What's going on? SCP-2611 is clearly taking over. This, I have no control right now.
This is like that one popular TV show, Severance, except instead of skipping work, you skip everything in between meals, and you just skip to the next meal.
That would be a great life. Like you're always eating.
Yeah.
I hate myself now after eating that piece of pizza. Why did I do that?
Alec, it's okay. You ate
Yeah,
7
Alec,
slices
yeah, you're
yesterday.
good.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
One today is not gonna worry anybody. I'm not worried.
You might as well
You could
order
always
a whole nother pizza.
Dave's Hot Chicken is doing a special right now. They have chicken sliders. Just saying.
Don't get me going.
Today is National Fried Chicken Day. Just saying.
What happened to your whole speech, Alec, about locking in, fighting the demons, and
Unlock it.
I'm just trying to help other people out. I'm too far gone.
Jack sounds like the demon.
Get the chicken, Alec.
No, Alec, don't get the chicken.
Chicken.
No, Alec, you can fight this.
Teleport.
Don't you want to have?
to Chipotle.
Don't you want to have good body for girls?
She was sure that she threw out all the junk food in the house. She must have bought a bag on her way back home from jogging, but
How'd
she
that
literally
get
cannot
there?
remember
How'd
it.
that get there?
What is she doing now? Watching television and eating junk food? In disgust, she grabs the remote and shuts off the TV. She was supposed to be jogging, and instead, she's sitting at home and watching stupid soap operas. The thing that worries her the most is her apparent blackout. She remembers nothing about her trip home from the coffee shop, although the evidence of the potato chip bag indicates that she must have stopped at a convenience store or supermarket on the way home. How could she forget something like that? I really must be having a blood sugar issue, she tells herself reassuringly, even though deep down, she knows that can't be the case. She had the blackout after eating the pastries at the coffee shop, so that can't be the cause. But she really doesn't want to think about that, so she puts it out of her head with a renewed promise to commit to her exercise and fitness program. Over the next few days, she makes a valiant effort to keep her promise.
Here we go.
She cycles when she can, she jogs when she remembers, and yet, the blackouts continue. And no matter where she is when she loses her memory,
That
she
is kind
always
of
recovers
insane.
in the same place.
Okay, if this is happening to you, like, you're gonna go to the doctor, right? You're gonna go to the hospital and be like, hey, like, every time I go for a run, I black out and end up with a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I think the doctors would probably laugh at you.
Yeah, I'm not sure they would believe
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And then you'd go into an insane asylum, and then you might get touched there, and it's like, is it really worth it?
That is better, though, than being infected with an SCP all alone. She has nobody, Alec.
That's
But-
true. As much as you guys make fun of me for being like her, at least I have some friends, you know?
Yeah.
No, guys, I have friends.
Me,
I have
and
friends.
Adam,
See?
we would know if you were magically teleporting and wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Oh, guys, you're my friends.
You said you ran earlier, right?
I did go for a run this morning, yeah.
And now you're,
Do you remember what happened in between that and eating your pizza?
and now you have Dave's chicken on the way.
Eating pizza? I didn't even eat pizza.
And then you were watching The Office earlier, right?
What are you talking about?
It might be too late, guys.
After my run?
Large.
It's late for what?
Large and in charge.
You guys are being...
At home on her couch,
Really
always
weird.
in the middle of eating some fatty junk food, always staring at the television set. Sure,
Ooh,
she's
that's
always had an
Oppenheimer.
unhelthy television habit, and she
it's
knows
not.
that
It's
trashy
Sherlock
talk
Holmes.
shows and silly soap operas are her biggest weakness. But it doesn't make any sense that she would be seeking them out when she's in some kind of fugue state, right?
This SCP
As
seems
the weeks
fine,
roll
guys.
by, the young
Oh, it
woman
doesn't.
finds that her weight keeps rising.
Seems good.
When she steps
get
onto the
really
bathroom
bad.
scale, she's
169,
shocked to see that the dial points to
169.
200
Oh,
pounds.
Mom!
She's doing everything right, she
Badooba-dooba.
thinks. How is that possible? How is it possible that she's ballooned up an
thick.
extra 50
She getting
pounds since
big.
deciding to slim down? She can't fit into her
Don't
old gym
laugh,
clothes
Adam.
anymore.
50 pounds?
She can
Adam, what are you laughing at? She's
didn't-
going through something serious.
I didn't laugh. I was shocked. I was like, Oh no. Okay, Alec.
Walla walla walla.
What? I don't even know what point the Jack's on. What? Wait, boing, yoing. All right, I'm. Can we stop pausing the video? I'm sorry, guys. Flame them in the comments. I haven't paused one time.
Fat, fatty.
I'm commenting right now. 10% video, 90% yapping.
More Beck Bros, more
That's
like
what the people
more Yak
want.
Bros.
Guys, we're all hanging out. We're all having fun, right?
We're just trying to watch this lady get clinically obese, okay? Shut up!
She can barely tug the spandex shorts up to her thighs, and even if she could,
Why is
she's
she
afraid
so
that they're going to split
hairy?
apart.
Oh.
In desperation,
That's what happens
she
when you eat
switches to an old
cheeseburgers.
stretchy sweatsuit. It's the only thing that she owns that still fits her.
Where's Waldo, guys?
This is just
That's
a
the real
temporary
question.
setback, she tells herself as she stares at her bloated reflection in the bathroom mirror. I just have to work harder. And she does.
Why is her
Or
bike in
does
her
she?
bathroom?
When she goes to
that
ride her
bike is not
bike,
holding
she
her up.
finds that it's no longer strong enough to support her weight.
That's
She can't
insane.
perch on the seat
Crazy.
comfortably, and the steel body frame starts to creak when she
That ain't
rests
even
her full
funny.
weight upon it.
She's really
She
trying
steals her
her
resolve.
hardest, guys.
Sure, it might be embarrassing to go out in public wearing an ill-fitting sweatsuit and riding a bike groaning under her bulk, but she really has no choice. This time, she's going to do it.
What is
And
the
she probably
SCP?
did ride her bike to work,
It's
right?
gotta be a parasite.
She's not sure. The next thing that she knows, she's back at home,
What the
spread
heck
across
is
the
going
couch,
on?
Dang it.
basking in the
How'd that
comforting
happen?
glow
Oh,
of the
she got the
television.
Oreo cookie mustache.
The floor is covered in empty bags and cartons, and her face is slathered
This is
with
that
crumbs and
freshman
sauce.
15 everybody was
The
warning me
last
about.
thing that she remembers is that she was just about to go for a bike ride, but now she's back at home, and it looks like she just completely
getting
ruined her
bad.
diet. She lifts her arm with some effort and stares at her watch. She's lost
effort?
almost a
She's
whole
2,000
day.
pounds?
That's the longest blackout
She's gotta
yet.
be 250
She must have
pounds.
gone out cycling and made her way home, where she decided to reward herself for her strenuous efforts with a little snack. That's the only logic.
She's got you beat, Alex. She's got you beat by 4x.
At least Alex stops after a full pizza and 24 wings.
That
This is
does look
absurd.
like an amazing night, though. I gotta admit. That looks like fun.
Every once in a while, you gotta have yourself an SCP-2611 night. It's good for the soul.
I don't even know what the SCP is yet, though. Like, normally, we would see it, or we would hear about it, or we would see, but so far, just this lady that's blacking out and just eating and eating and eating even more.
I think this SCP is more of a metaphor for the world's silent killer, obesity.
Heart disease.
No, I think it's real.
As long as she doesn't start vaping, she's gonna be fine.
She tries to reassure herself that maybe she's past the worst of it, but she finds that these mysterious blackouts keep happening. They happen while she's at work, while she's at the gym, while she's out cycling, but she always comes to in the same place, sitting on her sofa at home,
gotta be
in front of the TV, surrounded by the debris of a massive meal. Again, she wonders if maybe she's having some sort of reaction to her new low-calorie diet. Maybe she's been cutting back so far on her food intake that she's starting to have fainting spells. Maybe her diet food
don't
is
know
tainted
about
in some
that.
way. But that doesn't explain why she
Oh,
keeps
no.
gaining weight. The scale in her bathroom doesn't lie.
Yabba
It keeps
wabba
reporting
lubba.
higher and
We're
higher
getting
numbers.
closer to Alex'
And as
weight.
much as she tries to reassure
it's
herself
coming.
that it must just be broken, her
I'm not
ever-tightening
hating.
clothes and ever-widening reflection tell her otherwise. Her trips to the gym become less and less frequent
starting to look like
as she finds
Baymax.
that other patrons have started to stare and whisper about her. Are they laughing at her for
that's
not being
me.
able to control her weight? Are they whispering about how her new flab is spilling
That
from the
guy kinda looked
confines
like
of her
you, Alec.
sweatsuit? She can't even run on
You
the
look
treadmill
cool.
for more than a few minutes
Thank you,
without being
guys.
completely winded, and she's too wide to balance
The
on her
orange hair
bike
guy was
now.
cool too.
Sheesh.
The young woman has grown absolutely massive
football
to
team
the
needs
point
to
that she
sign her.
completely fills the whole couch. She chews her way through yet another bag of potato chips.
Oh wait,
She would make a really good hockey goalie.
this is Tammy, right?
My 600-pound sister?
Yeah, her, right? This is like kind of
Wait, you
similar.
have a 600-pound sister?
No,
I
that's,
don't.
that's the show
no,
name.
the TLC show.
TR sure.
You guys could do my 600-pound mom.
Okay.
That would be
wait,
tough.
Where's this hate coming from?
Our mom is like 100 pounds. I think it would be like practically impossible to get her to 600.
Yeah.
That's true. She's tiny.
Chips, her eyes never straying from the ever-chattering television set. She barely moves
Dang,
from the
she's
spot,
looking
her
good.
tremendous girth
Bad
sinking
angle.
into a permanent groove in the cushions
Not her fault.
as the couch springs groan.
Look at those
She
leg
barely
veins.
notices,
Gosh
however,
dang!
because she's much too intent on enjoying herself.
Oh, this is
She
kind of
loves
sad
to eat,
now.
and every bite brings her untold joy, her taste buds tingling with delight. She is constantly full,
anyone else
so
hungry?
much so that she feels slightly
I've
sick,
been hungry this
so
entire
bloated
time.
that she
If she's
feels like she
constantly
might
full,
just
why should
burst,
she keep eating?
but she's powerless to resist the siren call
SCP.
of junk food. She scarfs down entire boxes of
Oh
cookies
my
and cartons of
God.
ice cream without
Oh,
a
I'm
thought,
actually so
having
hungry.
turned into the very
Wow.
definition of a mindless eater. Only occasionally does she rouse herself from this stupor of gorging to reach for her telephone to order more takeout or more grocery delivery, always choosing the most calorie-laden options. Other than
You know it's bad when like the pizza place knows you by name. That's when it gets bad.
I
didn't even say.
Why did you say
Why
that?
are you looking at me, Alec, like they know your name?
Because I know why you said that.
Does the pizza guy know your guy's name? Because you guys ordered
He
so
has
much?
no idea who I am.
Yeah, Luigi knows my name, okay? I answered the phone. Oh, Alec! Would you like a meat lovers pizza or Californian this time? I'll take both, Luigi. Oh, both today! Oh, you must have people over. No, Luigi, it's just me.
You got to get to the point where you just have like a button that you press it and it goes right to Luigi and he just knows.
He does. It's called, what is it called when caller ID?
Speed dial?
Oh, speed dial. Yeah, speed. He's got speed dial.
her attention is complete television set. She watches a constant stream of daytime talk shows, laughing along with the studio audience as the hosts parade out an assortment of
Laughs in
society's
obesity.
biggest freaks. Sometimes she'll switch the channel to watch soap operas,
Queso be
becoming
like-
so wrapped up in the ridiculous plot twists and melodramatic acting that she completely
Adam, you
forgets the
watch
passage
Love
of
Island.
time.
Look at that
A
mouse
bicycle
breather.
stands propped against the wall in the hallway, completely forgotten and untouched now for months. At this point, all thoughts of losing weight have utterly evaporated,
vegetables.
and all that she cares about is satisfying her appetites for junk food and junk
zooming in.
television. One day, she suddenly shakes her head and looks down at herself in horror, as if seeing herself for the first time. What the? She
might
says
not
in
even be able to
disbelief.
get up.
She drops her half-eaten carton of ice cream and grabs at her fleshy middle with her hands, as if to make sure that it's all her and not some kind of crazy dream.
I can do that too.
Her hands sink deep into her new flesh,
Jiggle,
and she
jiggle.
realizes to her shock that indeed she has
no.
eaten herself into morbid obesity.
Guys, it's not
How
her
is this
fault,
possible?
okay? It's the
I
SCP's
can't be this
fault.
big. I was
Let's
only...
find out what it is.
Only... Her words trail off as the sound of an organ sting from the soap opera on TV
Oh, she's back.
diverts her attention. Within seconds, her eyes have
organ?
glazed over, and her hands move to pick up the dropped
yeah.
carton of ice cream.
She's infected.
Her worries about her growing size forgotten, she's now only concerned with watching
This is
until the
sad.
next commercial break. It might
So it's
seem
a mind
unbelievable that
control
someone could
SCP.
undergo such a startling physical and mental transformation, but what that young woman experienced has led to her being classified by the Foundation as SCP-2611. SCP-2611 is, as you might have expected, a young woman currently weighing approximately 500 pounds.
She's the SCP. It's not an SCP that infected her. She is patient zero, guys. She is SCP-2611.
I don't know if that's confirmed. We got to keep watching.
That's kind of a flex, though. I would be SCP-6969 if I had the option.
Her mobility is limited due to her weight, although SCP staff encourage her to take light exercise whenever possible, in hopes of preventing her mobility from deteriorating further. She also suffers from several health issues related to her weight and lifestyle, including diabetes, for which she is receiving treatment by Foundation personnel. Her awareness of her situation and surroundings is severely limited, as she spends most of her time in a stupor. But when she is lucid, she believes that she is in a special facility receiving treatment for her weight problem.
It's a miracle
In reality,
she survived this.
SCP-2611 is under observation because of SCP-2611-1. SCP-2611-1 is a mass of sentient fat located on SCP-2611's left side. SCP-2611-1 has become integrated with several of SCP-2611's vital organs,
Here we
making
go.
it too
It
dangerous
eats
to
for
attempt to
her?
remove SCP-2611-1 via liposuction or other means. SCP-2611-1 has gradually exerted increasing control over the mind and actions of its
Here
host,
we go.
to the point that SCP-2611 is only fully conscious for 1 to 2 hours daily.
It kind of reminds me of those special mushrooms that take over insects and then they force them to do whatever it is that they want them to do. Kind of like that. One day, that could happen to us, guys. Mushrooms could take over the world. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No, that's not gonna happen. I think AI will take us over before anything else.
But what does
gonna
AI
get us.
stand for? Mushrooms.
Nope.
Allen Iverson.
The rest of the time,
Artificial intelligence,
SCP-2611-1 is fully in control of its host's behavior. Prior to coming to the SCP facility, SCP-2611-1 influenced its host to consume massive amounts of calories, leading to the mysterious and sudden weight gain that we observed earlier. This was possibly an attempt by SCP-2611-1 to increase its own size and influence, but as of yet, its reasons, as well as how it exerts control over its host, are unknown. When in control, SCP-2611-1 can speak through its host, communicating in standard American English.
Oh.
SCP-2611's access to
Weird.
food has been limited since her arrival
There
at
we
the
go.
Foundation,
What
so as
happens
to
when she
prevent her weight
blacks out?
gain from accelerating to dangerous levels. Other than eating, SCP-2611-1's main interest appears to be daytime television. Attempts to communicate with SCP-2611-1 have so far met with little success due to the anomaly's limited attention span for anything other than the minutiae of daytime television. In a conversation with one researcher, however, SCP-2611-1 let slip that it preferred daytime television to the programming watched by, quote, that other guy, suggesting that it lived inside a different host before it eventually took up residence within the body of
Wait a
SCP-2611. At another point, while in the middle of a conversation about a court drama, SCP-2611-1 suddenly announced, kill it now, I don't care if I die. Staff believe that this might not have been
That's so
SCP-2611-1 at all, but rather the voice of SCP-2611 trying to break
It's
through
the
the hypnotic
lady.
control of her parasite to call for help.
That's crazy.
At this time, no drastic action is recommended until further observations can be
Take
made.
it out!
SCP-2611-1 does not appear to be contagious, and the way that it bonds with the host is unknown, so it is currently classified as safe. At the moment,
Not to her.
SCP-2611-1 is the only known instance of its kind.
my gosh, she can't
However,
even breathe.
considering rising levels of obesity worldwide, it is not unfathomable to
What
think
the-
that there could be countless other instances influencing the behavior of other hosts to dedicate their lives to consuming food and television. Who knows? It's not like most of us would need that much convincing. Now go and watch another.
So this SCP turns you into Nikado Avocado.
I guess he was the
You
only
don't want to be Nikado Avocado.
he was the only person to be able to get it removed. No, Jack! Jack, stop! Stop!
I'm
Guys,
hungry, man.
The only way to make Jack stop is to click on this video right here, or he's gonna keep going forever.
He's gonna eat all of the nuts.
It's up to you guys.
I'm fat and I'm proud.
Stop the alligator!
Guys, click right here.